Have you ever wondered if his distance is really a rejection, or if it's something far more sacred unfolding? What if his silence isn't an absence of love, but the deepest kind of preparation for it? If you've ever felt the ache of his retreat, that heart-sinking sense of confusion when the divine masculine seems to pull away, you're not alone. But what if everything you've been told about this separation is upside down? What if his journey away from you isn't about leaving at all, but about learning how to truly arrive? We often frame his distance as fear, resistance, or even failure. We tie our worth to his proximity, believing that if he wanted union enough, he'd be here. But what if his soul is answering a call much deeper than the one for partnership? What if, in those quiet moments you've mistaken for abandonment, he's actually rebuilding himself from the inside out, not to escape you, but to become someone capable of honoring the magnitude of what you are? This isn't about him becoming perfect. It's about him becoming whole. And that process, raw, messy, and fiercely independent, is the very thing that makes true union possible. It's the unspoken spiritual mandate he must fulfill, the sacred work of building a standalone soul, one that doesn't need you to complete it, but desperately wants you to complement it. So before you question his love or your worth, consider this. His silence might be the most respectful prayer he knows how to offer. And what happens when that prayer is finally answered? Well, that's where the real story begins. Let's get real for a moment. You've felt it, haven't you? That heart-sinking, confusing, frankly a little maddening moment when he pulls away. The texts get shorter. The energy withdraws. The connection that felt so cosmic and certain suddenly goes quiet. And the story we tell ourselves, the one that aches, is that he's running from us, from the love, from the intensity, from you. But what if I told you that story is a lie? A complete and utter misunderstanding of the divine masculine's deepest spiritual imperative. This isn't about running from you. It's about running toward himself. This is the craving for sacred autonomy. And it's the most profound, yet brutally misunderstood initiation on his path to union. Think of it like this. We're all taught that a twin flame is our other half, your missing piece. A beautiful concept, right? But here's the cosmic joke, the divine paradox that trips everyone up. Union cannot be built by two halves coming together. It can only be built by two wholes choosing each other. Your divine masculine isn't out there trying to find his other half. He's in the fierce, often solitary process of building his whole. His entire soul is screaming for the sovereign experience of standing on his own 2 feet, financially, emotionally, spiritually, not out of ego, but out of integrity. He needs to know in the very marrow of his being that he can face the darkness, pay his own bills, heal his own wounds, and validate his own existence without needing anyone, including you, to do it for him. Why? Is he stubborn, detached, afraid of commitment? No, it's far more sacred than that. He is building the foundation. You cannot construct a cathedral on a shaky, dependent patch of sand. The energy of the divine feminine is a tsunami of transformation. It's beautiful, powerful, and life-giving. but it will wash away anything that isn't rooted in unshakable self-worth. His retreat is him pouring the concrete, laying the steel, doing the unglamorous, lonely work underground so that what you build together later doesn't just look pretty, it lasts for eternity. He doesn't need space from you. He needs space for himself to become the man worthy of you. There's a universe of difference. Think of the sun and the planets. For so long, the spiritual narrative has been that the divine feminine is the sun, the radiant, life-giving center, and the masculine, a planet in her orbit. But what if his soul's deepest longing is to become a sun himself, to generate his own light, his own warmth, his own gravity, not to compete, but to complement, because a universe with two suns? That's not a conflict. It's a binary star system, one of the most stable, powerful, and breathtakingly beautiful phenomena in the cosmos. That's the level of partnership he is unconsciously striving for. This is why the runner phase hurts so much. We feel abandoned, but you are not being abandoned. You are being respected. His soul is refusing to show up to you as a dependent child, handing you his unhealed baggage and saying, "Here, you fix me." He's trying to do the work so he can arrive at your door as a conscious, whole man, looking you in the eye as an equal and saying, "Here I am. I have built myself. Now, what glorious thing shall we create together?" So the next time he pulls back, I want you to try a new narrative. Don't see a man running from his heart. See a sacred warrior on a vision quest. See a builder in his hard hat, deep in the foundation trenches. Your job isn't to chase him or to fill the silence with anxious energy. Your job is to tend to your own sun, to radiate your own light so brightly that when he emerges from his cocoon of self-creation, he is magnetized not to your need, but to your glorious, whole, and complete energy. This is the sacred contract, his wholeness for yours. Not a trade, but a mirror. And when you understand that, everything changes. The fear dissolves. The patience becomes effortless, because you realize this separation was never a punishment. It was a promise that he is doing the work to make sure what you build is forever. And you know what the wildest part of this whole sacred autonomy thing is? It's the secret reason he's secretly preparing for his most important role. Not as a king on a solitary throne, but as the one who gets to finally hold sacred space for you. But that's a revelation for another time. Let's talk about the protector. It's the role we most easily assign to the divine masculine, isn't it? We see him as the knight, the shield bearer, the one who stands guard at the castle walls. It's a noble image. But what if I told you that this ancient archetype is undergoing a massive, silent upgrade in his consciousness? That his soul isn't just yearning to protect you from external threats. It's yearning to become something far more profound, something rarely spoken about. He longs to become your sacred container. Think about that word for a second. A container. It doesn't fight. It doesn't chase away dragons. It holds. It provides a defined, secure, and stable space for its contents to simply be. Now, imagine that applied to energy, to emotion, to the vast, swirling cosmos of your divine feminine essence. That is his ultimate spiritual ambition before union, to become so strong, so centered, and so utterly unshakable in his own being that he can finally, gracefully, and worthily hold space for you. This is the secret reason behind all that solitary work, all that seeming distance. It's not a rejection, it's a preparation. He's in spiritual training, and the graduation exam is his ability to hold your fire without getting burned, to hold your water without drowning, to hold your chaos without needing to control it. He knows, on a soul level, that your power is immense. It's creative, intuitive, emotional, and world-shifting. And the old paradigm of masculinity, the one that seeks to control, compartmentalize, and fix, would shatter in the face of it. He doesn't want to be that old paradigm. He's trying to build himself into something new. He wants to be the deep, still riverbank that guides the powerful river to the sea, not the dam that blocks it. He wants to be the ancient, grounded oak tree whose strong branches provide shelter from the storm, not the gardener who prunes the storm away. He is building himself into a lighthouse, solid, unwavering, rooted in rock, so he can stand steady and beam out light while your waves crash and your tides turn around him. His stability isn't for his benefit. It's a gift he is desperately trying to forge for you. This is why his running phase can feel so intense. It's a crisis of confidence. It's him looking at the magnificent, stormy, beautiful ocean of your spirit and thinking, holy heck, I am not a strong enough swimmer yet. I need to learn how to build a boat. No, I need to learn how to becose the dock. His fear isn't of you. It's of his own perceived inadequacy to fulfill this deepest role. He's terrified of showing up and fracturing under the weight of his own purpose, which is to provide a space of such profound safety that you feel free to unleash your entire authentic self in all its radiant, messy, glorious power. And here's the beautiful, hilarious paradox. In doing this, in becoming this sacred container for you, he finally becomes one for himself. He learns to hold his own vulnerability, his own shadows, his own power. The container he builds is forged in the fires of his own solitude. By learning to witness your energy without needing to change it, he learns to witness his own. So when you feel him pull away to work on himself, see it for what it truly is. He's not just healing his daddy issues or getting his career straight. He's in the spiritual gym, lifting weights with his soul, building the energetic muscle required to hold the frequency of a goddess without flinching. He's preparing to be the calm, deep space for your universe to expand. And the moment he feels ready, the moment he trusts in his own strength, he will return. Not to complete you, but to complement you. Not to be your shield, but to be your sanctuary. And that changes everything. Because a love where both partners can be sacred containers for each other, that's not just a relationship, that's alchemy. And the wildest part, this entire intricate, silent preparation is all so he can deliver one of the most profound experiences a soul can ever know. But we'll get to that next time. So here we are, beautiful soul, at the end of this exploration, but really, let's be honest, at the very beginning of everything. You've journeyed through the hidden chambers of his heart, deciphering the silent language of his retreat, understanding that what looked like a no was actually a sacred, soul-level not yet. You see now that his path wasn't a divergence from yours, but the necessary parallel track required for your energies to eventually merge into something unbreakable. This whole dance, this maddening, glorious, heartbreaking, and exhilarating twin flame journey was never about finding your missing half. That was the grand illusion, the setup for the punchline the universe has been waiting to deliver. The real punchline: you were always whole. He was always whole. The journey wasn't about completion. It was about recognition. It was about two complete, sovereign, self-contained universes choosing to orbit a common center of gravity, creating a new celestial dance altogether. Think of it like this. You've both been tuning your instruments in separate rooms, practicing complex solos that felt at times lonely and disjointed. The silence between you wasn't emptiness. It was the resonant space where the music was being composed. And now, understanding his secret longings, the sacred autonomy, the yearning to be your container, you can finally hear the symphony. Your solo was never meant to be played alone. It was the prelude to a duet so harmonious it would make the angels lean in a little closer to listen. His work was never a rejection of you. It was the ultimate act of devotion. He was building an altar within himself, a sacred space so strong and so serene that it could finally, worthy, invite the goddess to reside. And you, in your own becoming, were learning to be that goddess, not a deity who demands worship, but a force of nature who inspires awe, who creates, who loves fiercely, and who is finally ready to be held by a strength that doesn't seek to dim her light, but to provide a stage for it to shine its brightest. This is the miracle you've been waiting for, not a fairy tale rescue, but a conscious, chosen partnership between two powerful equals. The chaos of the journey was the fire that burned away everything that wasn't real, everything that couldn't survive the sheer voltage of a love this authentic. So take a deep breath. Look at the path behind you, not with weariness, but with awe for the profound craftsmanship of the soul. Every moment of confusion, every pang of doubt, was a chisel strike sculpting you both into the precise beings capable of embodying this love. You weren't just waiting for him. You were collaborating with destiny, building the blueprint for a new kind of relationship, one rooted in radical individuality and breathtaking togetherness. The reunion you've been dreaming of. It's not a destination on a map. It's a frequency. It's the moment your wholeness resonates in perfect harmony with his. And when that moment comes, and it will, it won't feel like a dramatic Hollywood ending. It will feel like a deep, quiet, earth-shattering coming home. It will feel like the first truly easy breath you've taken in a lifetime. It will feel like the beginning of the real work, the real joy, and the real magic. And the most exciting part? This understanding is the master key. Now that you know what he's truly been building in the quiet, you'll see the signs of his readiness everywhere. But how do you recognize that signal? And what do you do when it finally arrives? Your love story is being written in the language of souls, and you've just learned how to read it. The next chapter is yours to co-create.